What if Dylan Wang and Shen Yue's on-screen romance wasn't just acting, but a secret chapter they never wanted the world to know? Hey K-drama lovers, welcome back to K-EntBuzz, your daily dose of the hottest Korean and Chinese celebrity stories. Today, we're diving into the real story behind Dylan Wang and Shen Yue, the truth hidden behind the cameras, the glances, and the moments no one ever told us about. If you love behind-the-scenes secrets, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and join our growing family of drama detectives because you won't want to miss what's coming next. What if I told you that behind the bright lights, scripted lines, and fan service smiles, there's a story between Dylan Wang and Shen Yue that was never meant to be told? A story that blurs the lines between real and real, one that even the most loyal fans might have overlooked. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. From the very first moment Dylan Wang and Shen Yue shared the screen in Meteor Garden, something clicked, and it wasn't just good acting. You could see it in the way his teasing smile softened when she laughed. You could feel it in the way she looked at him during scenes that didn't even call for that much emotion. It was the kind of chemistry you simply can't manufacture. Fans noticed, the media noticed, and so did Dylan and Shen Yue themselves. But what really happened behind those perfectly edited episodes? Well, to understand that, we need to go back to the start, before the fame, before the cameras, before the love rumors. Dylan Wang was a fresh face then, charming, playful, and just a little unpredictable. He wasn't the typical celebrity with a polished image. He was raw, genuine, and mischievous. Shen Yue, on the other hand, had a quiet magic about her. She wasn't loud or flashy, but there was something about her that drew people in without her even trying. When they met for the first time during early rehearsals, sources close to the crew said Dylan couldn't stop making jokes just to get her to laugh. And when she did, it was like he'd found his favorite sound. During filming, the two grew close, not in the usual, guarded co-star way, but in a way that felt comfortable. Between takes, they would talk about everything from silly things like their favorite snacks to deeper topics like their fears and dreams. Crew members often caught them sharing inside jokes that no one else understood. Some even said their off-screen conversations were more heartfelt than the scripted romantic dialogues. And here's the part fans don't know. During one night shoot, the weather turned unexpectedly cold. Shen Yue, known for always forgetting to bring enough layers, started shivering. Dylan quietly disappeared for a few minutes and came back with a jacket, not a costume jacket, but his own. He didn't just hand it to her. He wrapped it around her shoulders and told her to keep it until they were done. She smiled in that shy, grateful way of hers, and for a moment, they weren't Dao Ming-si and Sean Kai. They were just Dylan and Shen Yue. Now, this is where things get interesting. After Meteor Garden aired, fans went wild with their real couple theories. Their social media interactions, the teasing comments, the casual nicknames, only fueled the fire. But instead of denying it outright, both of them played it coy. In interviews, Dylan would smirk when asked about Shen Yue, sometimes giving vague answers like, "We're good friends, very good friends." Shen Yue, on the other hand, would blush, glance away, and say things like, "Dylan is unique." But the truth, according to people close to them, is that there was a mutual affection, something sweet and unspoken. The timing, however, was never on their side. Between busy schedules, growing fame, and the intense spotlight, they both knew that even a hint of romance could spiral out of control. So they kept it under wraps, preserving what they had away from public chaos. There was even one incident during a variety show where Dylan was asked to choose a co-star he felt most connected to. Without hesitation, he mentioned Shen Yue, but quickly covered it up with a joke, saying it was because she eats as much as I do. Fans laughed, but those who looked closely saw his expression change for just a second, like he'd said more than he meant to. Even after their main project ended, Dylan and Shen Yue's paths kept crossing. They'd support each other's new works in small, subtle ways. A like here, a quiet repost there. For fans who knew where to look, these small actions spoke volumes. They didn't need grand declarations. The little things told the story. But here's the part that makes this real story so special. It wasn't about public displays or media hype. It was about the moments no camera could fully capture. The way Dylan would notice if Shen Yue was tired and sneak her a snack. The way Shen Yue would silently cheer him on during intense scenes, giving him just the right look to steady his nerves. The way they'd share glances that lasted a second too long, carrying 1,000 unsaid words. Over time, the rumors began to fade as new projects and co-stars entered their lives. But for the fans who've been there since the beginning, the connection between Dylan Wang and Shen Yue is something you can't just forget. It's not about whether they ever officially dated. It's about the magic they created together, both on and off screen. And maybe that's why they never told us the whole story. Because some things are more beautiful when they remain between just two people. Because not every love needs a public ending. Some are meant to be cherished quietly, like a favorite song only they know the lyrics to. So the next time you watch Meteor Garden and see Dylan teasing Shen Yue, or her rolling her eyes while secretly smiling, remember, you might just be watching more than acting. You might be watching a chapter of a real story they decided to keep for themselves. And maybe that's exactly why we love them so much. Asterisk, and that is the real story behind Dylan Wang and Shen Yue, a story that may never be confirmed, yet will forever live in the hearts of fans. From the way they looked at each other when the cameras weren't rolling, to the moments they quietly protected from the spotlight, their connection is something we can still feel years later. If this journey into their untold story made you smile, touched your heart, or even made you see Meteor Garden in a whole new light, then don't just leave without showing some love. Hit that like button, subscribe to K-EntBuzz***, and turn on the notification bell so you're first to know when we uncover more hidden gems from your favorite stars. We've got so many more incredible stories coming, stories the dramas don't show, the interviews don't reveal, and the media can't quite capture. This is K-EntBuzz, your home for the heart of C-drama and K-drama. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep the drama on screen and the magic in your heart. Asterisk.